Yeah, now the topic right now that I'm going to talk to you is about the sustainability business innovation. As Roy said, the Lean Canvas helps organizations to develop the first ideas about their business, and which could be examples from companies or from organizations who have already developed sustainability business innovation. In this case, I'm going to show you some the images from some organizations. Mm, Maybe you already know some of them, um, and there are many others. In this case, for example, here above, you see Patagonia or Kleiderberg, where to wear. They are in the textile industry. Patagonia, it's relatively famous in the topic of sustainability, but they have also right now a second-hand business model that they founded, Worn and Wear. And Kleiderberg is also in the second hand. I don't know if you know it, but it's a Swiss company who is selling also second-hand clothes online. And Where to Wear is in selling recycling textiles. Then we have Mobility, which maybe many or all of you know, and Shirley. They are in the share economy business model. And Shirley is about really sharing all kind of articles or products. Um, then we have, for the food industry, we have this Kitro, To Go or Recircle, and all these three business or three organizations, they aim to fight against waste. In the case of Kitro and To Go is about food waste, and Recircle about the waste from disposables. And then I like this example from Signify. Um, because Signify is actually it's a brand from Philips, and they found out actually what the people want. Uh, is light, but the people don't really need a bulb. Um, they just need a light. So what they decided is they sell light as a service. So at the end, you pay like a monthly rate for receiving light. They take care of all the appliances. So that means that they produce appliances which have long life, um, and that they care about the quality of the products that they produce. And that's the case of service as a product. Hilti is a company, I think, is from Liechtenstein. They are doing a similar model, and also I think they are renting also their I don't know the name in English, the board machine. And I think they are renting also because they found out actually you don't use it during maybe every 3 years you use one of them. What you want is just to make a hole in your wall at a certain moment. And I put also the image of IKEA. I think IKEA is really trying to move the conception that they are just selling cheap furniture with bad quality, and they want to change that, and they are really moving into nice sustainability strategies like design for disassembly, design for recyclability, secondhand, and I think that they are also paying back if you return some of the furniture. So they are really into doing more in more sustainable strategies. And for me here is important to highlight some of them. For example, as I said, Kleiderberg, or I don't know, Kitro, To Go, they born already with a mission to have an impact, a positive impact. But others like IKEA or Philips, they were business as usual, but they realize the needs are changing. Also, the expectations from the clients are changing, and we have to change to survive. And for that reason, they created like this sustainability innovation. How do they did it? We don't know. We don't know how did they go into this process. But what we want to show you is one tool that can help you or can support this process of going to sustainability business innovation. And this tool is what we called the Sustainability Link Canvas. We call it actually Link Canvas because it's based in the Link Canvas that Roy already explained you. It's just the thing that it's adding some sustainability elements on it. So as you remember, this is the Link Canvas which Roy already showed you, and which uh, he showed he showed also an example with Airbnb. And I'm going before. So the Sustainability Link Canvas, as I said, is based on this Link Canvas. It's actually taking the same 9 building blocks as we see here. The only difference in these 9 building blocks are in these one. Also, we don't have unfair advantage, but we decided to call it shared advantage because sustainability requires actually partnering with others to find better solutions. That's the case also. There was a company in the previous slide, Where to Wear. It's actually a partnership between, I don't know if it's 7 companies from the textile industry who decided to work together to bring recyclable textiles to the market. So we decided to call it share advantage. And in this case, customer segment for us in sustainability, it's obvious that it's missing the field from the stakeholders. So in this case, it's called customer and stakeholders. And you may see that the the sustainability link canvas doesn't look like this. It's a little bit different, but just take into account there are the same blocks, just with a different representation. Is this one? So as you see, what we did is really to put some questions just in each of them, in each of the blocks, just to motivate the reflection towards sustainability. We don't pretend with the Sustainability Link Canvas to replace the Link Canvas showed before. We pretend, or we intend, to complement the Link Canvas. If you are starting your business idea, we suggest actually start with the Link Canvas, but then challenge your business idea with the Sustainability Link Canvas. Because at the end, we understand that as an entrepreneur, you have, if it's not an impact or a social business, you have an economic motivation. So start with the Link Canvas, but then go with the Sustainability Link Canvas to challenge your idea. And we have already tested it in some organization, and it's nice to see. Sometimes we arrive, we don't arrive to a new business model. We just complement the one that was already given in the Link Canvas, but maybe improved with a sustainability criteria. But sometimes we arrive to a very different business model. And as Roy explained before, the thing is, after you complete this Link Canvas, you have to go outside and to test your hypothesis, because right now it's just things that are into your mind or in the mind of the team, but you have to test it before that you decide to do really your business. So as you see, and as I told you before, are we detecting who are the stakeholders, not just the customers, but who are our stakeholders, and is the topic of sustainability important for them? And also important here is now or in the future, because sustainability is, as you know, is something that talks about and the word itself talks about the future. So it's important to detect. Maybe right now it's not a necessity, but maybe in the future it will be. and we have to be aware of that, and that's important as an organization, because as an organization also you want to survive. And maybe also, are there new target groups that we can address if we take into account sustainability? And then we detect also the problems, sustainability issues from these stakeholders. And as we see, the value proposition in this case is about making a positive impact. Share advantage, as I said before, is about working, collaborating with someone else to provide value. Channels is the same. How do we get to our customers? Key metrics is also how do we measure that we are in the right way? And cost, maybe there is an additional cost for considering sustainability, but there may be also a revenue, and this revenue can be just loyalty from the customers, or we can get maybe some support from foundation or tax exemption, or we can be attractive, more attractive for investors, or just create an intangible value for the customer. Let's remember that a business model, the important also is to reflect how do you create value to your customer. And as Roy said, um, in this innovation thoughts, the user is always in the center. So it's always about creating value, in this case, value to the stakeholders. And so that you see how can you use the sustainability link canvas. We have here an example. Roy already showed you the example from Airbnb with the link canvas, and we are going to challenge this link canvas with the sustainability link canvas. So you already know the story from Airbnb. You don't need to have that in mind, because I guess all of you know Airbnb. But then we are going to challenge it with the sustainability link canvas. In this case, we started with the stakeholders. We detect some. You should detect all of them, but this is just an exercise, an example. So it's there are some of the stakeholders from Airbnb, and we detect actually there is a group of guests who is concerned for the environment, or maybe you detect that in the future there will be more guests interested in the environment. So which are the problems for not just for this group, but also for all the stakeholders? And then we list all the problems that we detect. And in the case of this group of guests, and just for the matter of the example right now, I'm going to run the sustainability link canvas with this problem. Sustainable traveling costs more, and these guests actually they don't want to fly because they have this fly shame. But flying, unfortunately, is usually cheaper as traveling by bus or by train. And so we detect, and for that reason, they say it's more expensive to travel by more sustainable. So the solution that we detect in this case is, okay, what if we get discount tickets when traveling by train or bus? You book by us, by Airbnb, and you get a discount ticket when traveling by train or bus. And then in our own reflection, when Roy and me, we did this canvas, then we say, okay, but then we need to cooperate with the train or the bus company to get this. Our key metric will be the number of people who decide to have this option. And then we just wrote as value proposition: travel without remorse. It can be a better one. The channels, how do we get to these guests? And these are some examples: maybe sustainable travel agencies, social media for sustainability groups, our partners, the government, etc. As revenues, you can say start with cost or revenues. Maybe we get a grant from the tourist office, or we have more recurrent guests because we care about the environment. But there is also a cost. We are saying that we are offering discount tickets with train or bus, and who is assuming this cost? Okay, it's something that we have to talk with this partners, but maybe we decide, okay, we will fund 50%, and the other 50% will be funded by the company, by the transportation company. And if we will have taken also this same problem, but another solution, it could be, in this case, okay, my solution is to make local traveling more attractive. We are not talking about if you are traveling with bus, or just to make local traveling more attractive. Then you run again the whole canvas with this option, and you arrive to other business model. And Roy is going to show you. We run it with also a totally different solution or problem.
So in this case, we focus on that the stakeholder, in our case now the hotels, they earn less, and because we are getting stronger as Airbnb, and we are taking away their clients, and because they do have less clients and they do need less employees in their hotels, so there's also a job loss. Now, perhaps as a more business orientated person, you can argue, I don't care about that because it's not my problem if the hotels has problem. But just wait some minutes, then you see that also in this case we have an advantage also for Airbnb. So how could this problem be solved? Also we think about, we could do a cooperation with the hotels. So the question now is, if we do a cooperation with the hotels, what can a hotel offer to, for example, to our clients that we as Airbnb can't offer at the moment? And perhaps there are some clients that say they want to have a better quality in service and are willing to even pay a higher price. So what the hotels then could offer, or the other thing is, what is the problem for these people is, what do they understand with the higher services? They do not have a reception, they do not have a restaurant, no cleaning service, or facilities like a swimming pool or fitness room or whatever. So perhaps these clients, they still want to have the experience of being together with locals, the authentic experience. But for some reason, they still need a reception, or they need their restaurants because they are used to this high standard. So the idea would here be doing a cooperation with hotels. And the solution is that we can offer through the hotels the reception. So the Airbnb guests can go to a hotel that's nearby to their apartment and using all the facilities and services of the hotel. So our new value proposition then would be, we're still offering an authentic experience with a local, but now with the service as in a hotel. And we can measure it if it is a success, or if really there is a need for it. Also here, how many of all the bookings are booked now, this premium service. And how do we promote this new idea? Sure, also the hotels can promote it on their website, travel agency, online platform, you name it. There are different ways. And revenue, sure, we get new clients. This is one revenue, but also perhaps you get more loyalty because we're offering more services. And on the cost side, because we're offering this service, this is not a service that the hotel is offering for free. Also there, we were thinking about some kind of sharing the costs in the sense of, we will take 10% of the service cost the hotel has, and the hotel and the 90% pays the guest by itself. So this is another example, and if you run it through all, it finally might look like this. So we have different approaches, different ideas, different problems, different solutions. And the important thing, and we also will see that afterwards when we are working with the sustainability link canvas, is that you have to be open-minded. So if we start working with such a canvas, it should not be that you start arguing with, no, but we already tried that, that doesn't work, or I don't think that this works, or this is a good idea, but this is the wrong mindset of working with a lean canvas. So at this stage, everything can happen, everything should be possible. It's about gathering all kind of ideas.